How you guys doing? Welcome back to another one. It's been a while. Hope you guys doing all right. This one's gonna be kind of short, but man, I found myself back playing Diablo 4. It's been actually kind of fun with this recent update. I can't lie, because I was kind of getting the itch to play some PoE, but you know, I already made a video about my feelings with that. So yeah, so I decided to just hop back to Diablo 4 because, like I said, I was getting the itch to play, you know, a RPG kind of like this. And I'm actually pretty high on the Paragon tree, the highest I've ever been in a Diablo game, and it's pretty solid. I copied a build that I got from like an auto-generated build, I guess it was, from a character that was just created. I had a boost for one of my characters that I used on accident. That's another rant for another video. I'm gonna make a couple of videos about this, but and I took that build and created a seasonal character, and I used that for my character, the auto generator one, and it's pretty sweet. I know they say electric is like OP on sorcerers or whatever, but you know, I wanted to do something a little different, so I used frost. And this is a quick little run through I think it's a nightmare dungeon that I did, that I had you know, kind of beasted through. But yeah, man, the new updates is pretty cool in my opinion. I mean, yeah, it's a bit repetitive for sure, I'm not gonna lie about that, but I think that's almost a lot of games of this kind. I mean, it just feels a bit more extreme in this, just because the way the game is made, you know what I'm saying? But once you know, they're very generous on armor and stuff like that. The only thing I'm having the issue with, which I didn't really get at first, was the master craft system. I see some people complaining about it in the trade chat, but I will agree. I don't think it's horrible, but when developers start relying on RNG, I do agree it's very annoying, because you put some time into leveling up the armor, and then you get to a certain point in the level where it automatically randomly selects one of your stats off the armor, and it'll give it a bonus. And of course, when I did it to my piece of armor, it gave the bonus to the most, not useless stat, but something I really didn't feel like it would help my build that much. But so I do agree. I think if you put that much work into leveling up your armor and doing the mastercraft, I feel like you should be able to choose what you want that bonus to go into. I mean, at the end of the day, it's only going to help, you know, people like me who aren't completely just super knowledgeable on builds and the affixes and what they do, what they don't do, you know, just kind of more on the casual side of the spectrum. I mean, you know, there's obviously, I don't think it'll make you OP if they did that, because there's people on this game that I've seen that are just one-hitting everything. So those people already know. I mean, the tryhards are going to do what they do. They're going to be OP anyway. So really, it's just helping, you know, the casuals like me who need all the help they can, because they're not, you know, building the most optimized build, you know, possible. They're kind of just going with the flow a bit. So, you know, me personally, I need all the help the game can give me. You know, I guess that's why people prefer PoE, because it doesn't really hold your hand as much as this game does. But I don't mind that, you know. Hold my hand, please. You know, just let me have fun while you're doing it, and that's all I ask. You know, if I'm having fun, if the armor looks cool, if the armor's great, and the boss fights are cool, and I mean, yeah, just hold my hand. But I feel like when they don't, it gives to me it gives a slightly a false sense of like freedom. Really, all it's doing is just having you in the game for hours and hours and hours, you know, fluffing their retention statistics with you just staring at the tree. you know, not knowing what in the world you're doing. But yeah, RNG is annoying. They could do without that. But other than that, man, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm blowing through these monsters. It is a lot of fun. This game is funner than I gave it credit for before when I kind of first started playing, and I was like, I don't know. But I still haven't gotten the DLC yet. I'm working on that. I'm having some issues with my account. I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, Xbox. Oh my god, dude. Anyway, this Blizzard app thing. It's if anyone can help. I mean, if someone sees this video, but pretty much my issue is when I downloaded this game on the Xbox Game Pass, it auto-generated me a BattleNet account, and I can't buy anything with that auto-generated account because it doesn't have an email or anything associated with it. Anyway, it's a long rant. I'm gonna get to that, but yeah, I'm having fun, man. If you stepped away from this game, you should definitely come back and give it a try. I think the armor system is pretty cool. The monsters are pretty cool, and I'll be making some more videos on it, like I said. But this is a short one. I'm gonna get up out of it. Oh, yep, getting slapped by zombies. Cool. Hope you have a good one. Peace.